Sezane is entering a whole new era, and I genuinely think this is my favorite direction the brand has ever taken. It's more refined, it's more intentional, it's a little bit more grown up, and basically everything I want my fall wardrobe to look like. Hi, my name is Sophia. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking into my channel. And if you haven't been following along, Sezane is calling this their new chapter for their brand. They're reintroducing a new visual identity, they're redesigning some of their stores, and most importantly for us, they're refining their wardrobe. Sezane's founder Morgane has been talking about wanting the brand to feel a little bit more mature and more refined, more intentional, if you will. She wants to focus more on those beautiful materials and those timeless pieces that are going to live in our closets forever. She wants us to have those strong essentials without having to chase the trends. Hello? When I read that, I was like, yes, that is exactly what I have been wanting from Sezane. And you guys know, if you haven't watched my closet clean out, I'll link that down below. But my intention this fall is to be shopping smart and shopping for things that are going to live and breathe, and I'm going to wear them, and I'm not going to have to buy all of this stuff. We will be buying essentials, because then we'll be able to shop our own closets and we won't need to buy a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I do want to be intentional about my wardrobe. So with this whole new era of Sezane, I feel like it's just so perfect for where I'm at in my life right now. So today we're gonna go through their fall collection, you and I, so get comfortable. I'm gonna show you what's catching my eye, what I'm putting on my wish list, and what I think is actually worth considering this season. Also, Sezane quietly dropped a little piece of information that I'm going to be telling you guys at the end of this video. So if you are a SoCal girly, I would highly recommend to stick around and let's just dive in. Okay, so let's start with maybe my most favorite category, and that is jackets and coats. The one thing I've been wanting to add to my wardrobe is a really beautiful leather jacket. I have been eyeing the Will jacket in the black color. I already have the Will jacket in a gorgeous suede that I am absolutely obsessed with. I love the Will because it can be worn as a layering piece, a jacket, or it can even be worn as a shirt with nothing underneath. I love wearing my Will jacket in suede like that, and I think that the black leather would be so beautiful. However, we are seeing these gorgeous, beautiful leather jackets. I was immediately drawn to the jewel jacket. I think the layering and the effortless necklines and the drapiness of it is just absolutely stunning. Now, I do want a black leather jacket. I think the green is absolutely stunning, and even the brown. I already have a really gorgeous oversized brown faux leather jacket. If you haven't seen my closet clean out, I do show it. It is stunning. I got it from Anthropologie. So I don't want to add another brown leather jacket. I want something black. So if they release the jewel in black, I might be in trouble, because that is definitely a timeless, that could be like a family heirloom. It is so stunning. So I would be in trouble. I would definitely want to invest in the jewel if they do have it in black. I'm just gonna keep my options open with that for now. It is in my wish list if I keep thinking about it. I just think the silhouette is absolutely stunning, and that is a theme throughout this entire capsule that they have released for their new timeless era that they're entering into. It's just stunning. The other jacket that I was looking at is also a Will. If I end up getting multiple Will jackets, someone needs to stop me, call the police. I do very much think I will be purchasing the Will in this denim indigo color. It's, like I said, just such a stunning shirt. jacket, but I love the color of the indigo and it is perfect for fall. You could wear this with white jeans, especially in the beginning as we kind of enter into the season, but you can easily do the denim on denim look. It would look great with trousers, layering, so easy, especially with like a cute little black mini skirt with this. I think that's just so cute. Cowgirl boots, however you really want to style this denim up, so easy to style. I did size up in my will by one size because I do want it to be effortlessly able to layer. And then the last will, don't hate me, I love the will. This green color, if you have seen my staples of my Sezane pieces, you know that I have really been leaning into this gorgeous green color. Maybe it's because of my skin tone, maybe it's my hair color, I don't know, but I'm really loving this color on me. So when I saw that the Will jacket had this gorgeous, beautiful color, I think it's going to end up in my closet at some point. I think maybe as we enter maybe the October timeframe. Honestly, if I see it in person, it's going to be hard to not purchase it because it is so gorgeous. Also just like so easy to style. A white tank top underneath, it goes well with black, it goes well with khakis. Yeah, I don't know. Is that crazy of me to want, I mean, I want 3 Will jackets, but I really think that these two, the denim and the green, are going to end up in my closet. Yeah. Okay, so the last outerwear that I do want to address is the trench coat of it all, because you guys know, if you're not new here, that I have recently let go of my bobby. And the reason for that is because the style of it, I guess, does not look good on my body shape. It makes me not feel my most comfortable self, my most confident self. I do have a taller, kind of curvier body, so the oversizedness and kind of the like shape and silhouette of the bobby just did not make me feel like I was rocking it 100%. So instead of continuing to stretch and not feel like my best self wearing it, we did give it a new home that is going to absolutely love the bobby, but I have been eyeing the Claude. However, the drop of these new trench coats that they have released at Sezane, I am like, I'm in trouble. I don't know which direction to go. The Claude, I love it because it's so, like, she just tossed it on and you have that gorgeous gingham on the inside and it just looks very effortless. It looks like she's New York chic. And you know what? I love New York chic. But let's talk about the Pierce. Is that what it's called? The Pierce. Yes, the Pierce. The Pierce and the khaki with the collar line and the effortless billowing of the back. And then it also ties to give you a little bit more of like a cinch waist. I feel like I'm sold. I think that that's the direction that I'm going to go into when we're thinking about filling my trench coat hole in my closet. And I'm really excited about it. However, there is also the Arnaud. Am I saying that correctly? I hope I am. I love the Arnaud because the length is a little bit shorter, which I think is a little bit better for the California vibe, I think. Although with my tall self, I like the longer. So I think it just elongates my lines better. It makes me look taller. It makes me look like I'm holding myself up more. I don't know. I think that I am leaning more towards the Pierce because of the length of it. Also the color, they do have the Arnaud in a gorgeous khaki color, but it's a little bit more on the yellow side. And I like more of the true khaki, but maybe I'm crazy and maybe that's just the lighting in these two photos and they're the same color. I don't know. But the Arnaud also has a gorgeous green, and we just spoke about how I feel about greens right now. I don't know if I'm going to invest the money in a green trench because I think the khaki trench is just going to be a timeless, effortless staple in my closet that I'll never get rid of. So that's what I think we're gonna do. You let me know in the comments if you think I'm making a mistake. Please let me know. Okay, so maybe the best category, maybe the most well-known category of Sezane is their jumpers, their sweaters, their knitwear. They're known for the quality that they have. And I have 2 that I am specifically looking at, just 2, because I already have my amazing staples from Sezane from these past 2 seasons. I have their Betty cardigan that I absolutely love. I have the Claudio, which has this gorgeous silhouette in that gorgeous green color. I have the Sezane jacket that I I fell in love with, and I would love it in more colors. So kind of anxiously awaiting if they're going to drop more of those styles. I did see that they had kind of a turtleneck style, but I'm hesitant to get turtleneck this early or even dabble in looking at turtlenecks, because this is the first year that I'm really next to the water, that I don't know if I'm going to be wearing a lot of high necklines. So we're trying to keep away from it. So these two immediately stood out to me. I was looking at the Theo jumper because it is gorgeous. I love this chocolate brown. I love the V-neck. I think it looks so comfortable. The fabric on this isn't going to be super scratchy, so I am someone who is more sensitive to wools. I can wear the merino wool, but I cannot typically wear any of the other wools. I've tried because they're stunning, but I just won't wear them. Even if I layer, if I feel a little bit, it's going to drive me nuts. But I do love how relaxed this looks, and I love the idea of layering white t-shirt underneath it, kind of make it a different pop. It just is stunning. It's a stunning jumper. There's also this Leonard jumper. Look at that blue. I don't have that blue in my closet as a good jumper for the fall winter time. I leaned into blues a lot this summer, and I have been loving that. So I'm curious if maybe a blue jumper into the winter. I'm thinking with like cream color wide leg slacks would look so good with this. Even black denim. I'm really interested in this color. Let me know what you think. It is a higher neckline too. I know that, but it looks like it would be like more billowy and comfortable, but maybe I'm kidding myself and I'm gonna be dying in that. But that color blue really caught my eye. I also really love this jumper. It's also in brown, but I think I would really love it in black. I am looking for a really good chunky black jumper that I can just easily toss on in the house, in my in-between outfits, or even going out and still looking so put together. It just looks like the chunky sweater that I'm looking for, and I love the knitted detail. I have a cream color already in this knitted detail, and the only thing I don't like about it, it is from Reformation, is the way it cuts on me. It's a little bit more boxy, where I feel like this style is more drapey. I'm really hoping they release this one in a black one. I really need a black jumper, and I'm sure they will, right? Like, I'm sure they will. Okay, so let's talk about the shirts category, and I did go simple here as well. So let's first talk about the Emily shirt. I am so excited about this shirt. It is an immediate yes from me. Going into the wardrobe, my basket, I need this shirt. You guys know how much I love layering. You have seen my other videos where I have layered the Raphael. I'm obsessed with that purchase. That Raphael shirt, because of the details on the collar line, on the chest area, and then just the effortless whimsy details on the wrist. If you layer that, it just takes your outfit from here to like to the moon, straight to the moon, with blazers, with a suede jacket, with something underneath. I don't know. It's one of those pieces that has really gotten its wear out of it so much that I want it in a black. I want a style of shirt like that in black. So the Emily really did catch my eye just immediately. It looks so stunning. I'm so excited. It's gonna look so amazing with those orange colors. I really love the orange and black look. I know that that screams like Halloween Disneyland, but like I'm thinking more of that like burnt orange color with the black, and maybe my Michelle jacket over the black, I think is going to look absolutely stunning. I need it in my wardrobe, and I don't have it in black, so we're really excited about this one. You guys also know I am such a sucker for a white button-up. You know. I mean, I'm wearing my Max shirt. I've had this shirt for absolute years. I love girl math so much about Sezane because the girl maths with Sezane. I wear these items over and over again. I certainly get my money's worth, especially with a white button-up. So this white shirt, when I saw it, it's called the Maria shirt, and I need it. I also don't know if the like top is detachable, but if it is, you can do so much with that. You can tie it around your waist. I need that shirt. It is so cute. You can absolutely style this kind of a shirt all year round, but it is so good for fall, especially when you're thinking about minimal outfits. You're maybe not ready for layering, but you want to feel fall, you want to feel whimsy, you want to feel sad girl fall. The Maria shirt really gives that for me. Okay, so we're going to move into bottoms, and I kept this category really minimal because I really think that you don't need too many bottoms in your fall and winter wardrobes. You need some denim, you need some wide leg trousers, maybe a couple different styles of trousers. And if you've seen my closet, you already know that I do have a lot of those things already nestled in there. And what I'm really looking for is a really good pair of good color denim for fall. I'm also looking for some wide leg trousers. I don't know if I'll be purchasing my wide leg trousers from Sezane. I love their trousers, but what I am looking at in this specific fall category drop is the new 70s trousers in this gorgeous burnt orange color. It's almost like a reddish orange. It just screams fall. It screams sad girl autumn. You know what I mean? It would look so good with whites, blacks, khakis, blues. Like, I think it's just such a good color. I also really love the silhouette. I have these in a really beautiful blue and white stripe that I have been wearing all summer, all spring, and they fit really, really well on me. I went true to size with them. They make my butt look so good. They are a great length. I'm 5'7" for reference. They hit the floor perfectly. I was looking at the Brute Sexy in kind of like more of a standard jean color, just a standard blue. And I think I'm more leaning into the new 70s trousers for those as well, because the Brute Sexies, I love my white ones because I love a good white straight leg pair of jeans, and they look great with sandals and they lend well towards that season. But as we get into fall and winter, I wear a lot more boots. Mostly. I mostly wear boots, ankle boots, maybe half length boots, but I do love a good boot. And if I'm not wearing boots, I'm wearing more of like a loafer that elongates the line. And those look better in these type of jeans that have a little bit more, they're not so ankle tight, or they're not like barely off the ankle. I need them to have a little bit more room. I don't know. It just is the silhouette that I'm really leaning towards. And I'm thinking of going all in with 2 more pairs. Is that crazy? I think we see a pattern here with my Sezane purchases. If I know that it looks good on me and I love it, I will wear it in different colors. So that's what we're doing. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think? What do you think about the denim? Okay, finally, let's talk about the accessories because they're stunning. First, I was really, really impressed by those canvas bags. All of the leather good totes, those big, really boho style, really, really lend well to the mature woman, the 9-to-5er, the woman who puts herself together and wants to look effortless. I love them. I do have a Sézane tote that I am literally obsessed with. I got it in the archive sale last winter, so I probably won't be purchasing one of the totes at this point. I mean, don't put it past me to change my mind at some point this season, especially when I see the girlies wearing them and how they're styling them, especially with the scarves that they released. Ugh, I love these scarves. They're so basic. They're so easy to style with these more timeless pieces that they have on their site. Like, I love the styling of a scarf with the pierced trench coat. It really, really taps into how I love to style clothes with a little bit of a fun little pop of detail. I think the scarves with the bags are going to look absolutely stunning. I would maybe get a scarf and put it on the tote that I already have, any sort of bags that I have. If you're not new here, yes, I am still looking at the Claude bag in black because it's going to work so well in my wardrobe. I don't know when I'm going to be pushing purchase on that one because I have been working with Vivrelle. Vivrelle is a borrowing site for luxury handbags, and I have been loving it. I borrowed a Chanel this past month for my birthday, and I have never had a luxury designer bag bag. I always told myself I would purchase my first luxury designer bag when I pay off my student loans, and we're not there yet. But I can borrow from Vivrelle. It's just a membership site. You can use my code Sophia Marie if you're thinking that this sounds wonderful. Maybe you travel, maybe you go to events all the time and you want a stunning designer handbag with you, or maybe you just want one for every day because you're that diva, because I'm that diva. I'll link it down below with my code. So I don't know when I'm gonna get the clod, but I want the clod in my closet. So maybe it will be I don't know, we're just a TBD, but it's on my wish list and I will get it at some point. So, but yeah, as far as any really accessories that I am actually looking at in this moment is these boots. These boots are stunning. I have loved my Michael Kors black kitten heel boots, and they are now ran into the ground. I had them for years. Now I need to invest in a new pair of boots. These are exactly what I'm looking for. They are sexy, they're stunning, amazing quality. I love Sezane shoes because they're incredibly comfortable. I typically don't have any sort of sizing issues. I have heard people having sizing issues with the Sezane shoes. I do my normal size. I do a US 7. I typically wear a 7 to 7.5 in US, but 7.5 more on a sneaker level. So I don't know if that helps you at all, but I need these boots. I just need them. And they would look so good with everything that I have in this capsule that I know I'm putting in my wardrobe at some point. I mean, that's really ambitious. If we do a little bit at a time with what we have in our closets already, we're going to have amazing closets of beautiful clothes for the fall season. And I cannot wait. And with that, thank you so much. If you got this far, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, I do have a fun little announcement. Sezane is coming to San Diego, guys. If you are a Southern Cal girly like me and you love Sezane, they're going to be at UTC in La Jolla next weekend, August 28th, throughout the weekend in the plaza area. And I am going to take you guys with me. So you need to make sure that you subscribe so you do not miss it. Next week, I am going to LA on my way back home. I am going to be going to the Sezane pop-up. I might go again over the weekend with my mom because she loves Sezane as well. I am so freaking excited. I hope that some of these items are going to be there in person so I can really try it on. I can feel the fabrics and I'll tell you guys all about it. If you're curious about more of my day-to-day, I do post daily on my Instagram, #_soap. You can go follow me over there. I post every single Sunday. I can't wait to see you ladies next week. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye.